new headset with a different microphone, whatever. So anyway, I'm back on ASTRONEER, and I want to talk to you guys about what would be the best way to make power on a base if you just want it to be solar powered. Well, the best way to do that is basically just build your base at the north or south pole. Allegedly speaking, you have to build on top of one of these. So you see like that pillar right there? So uh, how I did this is basically what I did. Like I think it was probably before I activated it. It could have been after. I don't know. So what I did was that I added some soil right there, and I used a leveling block. This thing. Sorry. This thing. Now, you heard that sound. It's because it's not on dirt itself to do this. So it only works better if you do it on top of dirt. I'll talk about more about the leveling blocks later. So, what you're going to want to do is just basically go up, 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 up until you're basically at like the most optimal level to be like. It can be like at the same level as the roof of one of these gateways, or it can be above it. It doesn't really matter. You're going to need a lot of soil for it, though. And I mean a lot of soil. And I recommend, like, if you're going to try and do this in survival mode, by the way. Now, I don't think I don't think that it is optimal that you do put the launch pad at the center. You could put a shelter at the center if you want and just put a launch pad at the edge. Now you see, the reason why it has to be this high up is because, well, if you're going to launch into orbit, you can see, sorry, that was a glitch storm. You can see that at the North Pole, you can see that the beacon for the launch pad and the base is right there, and that you can see the bubble just right there. This is on Calidor, by the way, because it has the highest quality of solar power. Excuse me. So, yeah. Now there is a much more optimal way to power everything, and it's on my main survival world. I can show y'all next time though. So, if you're gonna want to make one of these power silos, you just need like one of these medium storage silos and a tall platform. And if you want to, you can do what I do and just build it exactly like this. Exactly like so. So, like, if you really want to build it like so, you can just build it like this, where, like, you know, as it's shown. Oh, and this is like a backup power storage. They're actually pretty good. I think I did the math right, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if I don't know what the train is. Oh yeah, I forgot that on this planet I did do a lot of experimenting. That's why you can see that over there just now. And that hole, that's supposed to go straight down to the core. I'll talk about that core later. So in creative mode, there's like these things as well. Primarily speaking, like you could have like a whole base right at the North Pole of any planet if you want to. Go for straight like constant solar power if you want. However, I recommend if you're going to go straight for solar power, I recommend that at least that the sorry that at least the optimal planets that do have the right amount of sunlight for you to use solar power is Calidor, which has the highest solar power. Uh, De Solo, that's the moon that orbits Sylvia, the planet that you initially start on, that has high sun. The lowest of the planets, however, that has the lowest quality of sunlight, well, that would be either. I think it said either like Glacio or Atrox, but definitely Atrox. You're not gonna get a lot of solar power on that planet. So, yeah. Also, yeah, another thing, if you want to, like, if you really want to, you could just build it a lot more higher if you want. Although I highly recommend that you find some other means to build that high up. Like, if you want to, you could. Actually, I have no idea what you could do to do this safely in survival, let alone hardcore. But I think I might cover that in another video. So, yeah. Sorry for the rambling.